All right, first fish on the Ozark Trail combo. Let's see what we got here. Oh, it's a bass. Nice bass too. Look at this, guys. First fish on the brand new Ozark Trail combo. Pretty respectable fish. I'm happy. Let's bring him up here and get some of this weed off of him. Looky there.
That's a nice one, huh?
Yeah, man. Not bad. Pound and a half. Looky there. First Ozark Trail fish. There we go. Not a bad little guy. Let him go and I'll throw back out. Well, happy afternoon, everybody, and welcome back to The Average Fisherman. Today I've got kind of a interesting episode for you guys because I'm not actually here trying to catch fish. That's right, you heard me. Before you say anything, if I catch one, that's a bonus today. But that is not the main purpose of me being here. Let me explain. So when I started this channel, I started it as a way to help beginner fishermen learn how to fish and to get into the sport without having to spend a truckload of money, and give them some good solid advice on how to get started in the sport and do so economically, you know, so we get more people out here fishing, catching fish and stuff like that without having to spend $500, $600, $700. So what's the point that I'm trying to make today? The point is I'm going to be reviewing this thing. Yeah, you read that right. That says Ozark Trail. This is the Ozark Trail OTX baitcast combo from Wal-Mart. Rod and reel retails for $65. And I have it spooled up with 10-pound Berkley Trilene big game. And I figured this is about as much of a starter combo as you can get. So that's why I'm here using it. Not really intending on catching anything, just showing you guys that it's usable and that it's a perfectly serviceable rod and reel combo. So, what are the specs on it? Well, it's an 8-ball bearing reel, 7.0 to 1 retrieve ratio, and it's a graphite frame and side plate. The rod is 6'8", and it just says medium action, but it's IM7 graphite, so that's like 22 to 24 ton graphite, so respectable, right? It's not fiberglass. It's an entry-level combo. So the way I always judge things is when I buy something, I go out and use it for a little while, and then I think about it, you know, and ultimately decide whether I'm happy or not I got it. I can honestly tell you guys that, getting back to my roots of using inexpensive gear to go out and catch fish, that this is a decent combo. Now, it's not going to compete with like the Max Pros and stuff like that from Abu and you know, even the lower end combos from Luz or anything, but it's not supposed to. It's cheaper than all those. All right. But as you guys are watching, you can see it's making 30 to 40 yard casts on this 10-pound mono with no problems. It's smooth, relatively smooth. I'm pretty sure the main gear in here is aluminum instead of brass, but that's okay. We can overlook that for 65 bucks. As far as the longevity goes, no idea. Like I said, these are fairly new out. They haven't been out that long. They're made in China, of course, but you know what? Who cares about all that? It's $65 and it gets you started fishing, and it's a perfectly serviceable rod and reel combo that I would absolutely come out in here and use. The sensitivity on it is decent. Now, it's not going to be like my higher end stuff with braid or anything like that, being as I'm running 10-pound mono and it's a IM6 graphite rod or IM7 graphite rod, okay? But I can tell what my bait is bumping into, right? So, would I recommend this to new fishermen? Absolutely, I would. You know, for $65, it's going to be kind of hard to beat. I mean, it is 8 ball bearings. Not saying anything about the quality of the bearings, but it's smooth enough. And you're getting an IM7 graphite rod as opposed to most low-end combos that come with IM6. Okay. Now, the tip on it seems to be moderate to moderate fast or something like that, you know. And it is medium action. Let me show you guys the deflection on the tip. And I do have it pretty tight because the wind is pretty stiff out here. So there you go with the tip deflection. So I'd say that's more like moderate, okay? But you know what? Serviceable. It'd make a good all-around reel, right? So if you get medium or medium heavy with a medium speed tip or medium tip, it's a more versatile, okay? It's less specialized, and that's fine. You can hear the sound. So yeah, I mean, entry-level combo, absolutely serviceable, absolutely, without a doubt. So I just wanted to kind of get away from doing strictly reviews on higher-end stuff, you know, combos that cost, you know, $500, $600, $700, like my MGX and Fantasista X combo, you know, or even $300 and $400, like the Revo X, you know, and the Tournament Edition rods and stuff, and go back to what I used to do for years, which is going to Wal-Mart or Kmart when they were still around when I was a kid, finding the rods and reels that were on sale and using those, right? That's what I always did. That's what I've done since I was a teenager. So I figured I'd get back into doing that and just showing you guys that you can get some fairly decent equipment for under $100. So altogether, I got, if you put this whole combination together just as a cost thing, $65 for the rod and reel, right? It's $7 for the 1147 yard spool of this 10-pound Berkeley Trilene big game in green. I have some tungsten weights, which were $5 for a 4-pack. Okay, these are 3/16 ounce. You got $4 and some change for the Berkeley Pit Bosses, and another $5 for a 3-pack of the Gamakatsu 3/aught EWG hooks. So, I mean, you're looking at a workable bass combo that you can go to the store right now with a $100 bill and walk out with some change, okay? That's the reality of the situation. And it's not a bad combo. As you guys can see, I'm having no problems casting it. I do have the spool tightened down pretty good because of the wind, and I am on 7 on the magnetic anti-backlash, all right, again, because of the wind. So, what are the drawbacks to this? Well, drawbacks compared to what would be the first thing I would ask. And the drawbacks compared to like my super high-end combos or even my medium-high combos would be the tip is a little floppy, okay? It's a little floppier than I prefer. I always like fast action rods, no matter what the power is. So it's a little floppier than I want, okay? It has standard guides, or not micro guides, which some of you may see as a benefit, but I prefer micro guides for accuracy. But truth be told, I'm not really having any trouble with it. I'm putting the bait pretty much more or less where I want. It's making respectably long casts. It's doing so smoothly. I mean, it's not as glass smooth as some of my nicer combos and stuff like that, but then again, it's an entry-level combo. So I can honestly tell you guys that I would absolutely recommend this to somebody who is looking to put another combo in their collection, or who is just starting out in fishing and is looking to get a brand new combo. It's a pretty decent one. This is cork handle. It's got this weird pattern on it. I don't know what you call it, but it's a cork handle. You know, it doesn't look bad. It's a double anodized aluminum spool. You know, aluminum handle. And there you go with the specs on it. I'll show that up close. You know, and that's the rod. So, you know, not bad. I mean, I can honestly say that. And will I continue to use this? Absolutely, I will. You know, that ought to say enough right there. You know, I have combos that are in the $700-800 range, and this is a $65 combo, and I will absolutely use this thing more. That's the truth. For light duty use or general purpose use, whenever I don't feel like dragging out the good stuff, or I'm going to a new place and it's really woody, and I, you know, have the likelihood of messing up my stuff, absolutely I'm gonna drag this out there, man. You know, 10-pound mono. It's a good general purpose weight. It casts relatively smooth. It's relatively low diameter. It gets the job done, like I've said before. You don't have to have the fancy shit in order to go catch fish. You just need something that'll get the job done. And in the end, this will get the job done. So the Ozark Trail OTX combo from Wal-Mart is a winner as far as the average fisherman is concerned. Being as you see me out here use it, I have not cut the camera off, so you guys are seeing everything in real time. So, you know, perfectly workable combo. Look at this cast. That's a good 40-yard cast with moderate effort. So, perfectly good workable combo, perfectly good starter combo. And yes, I would absolutely recommend this to new fishermen, as opposed to some of the lower end stuff that I've actually seen by Shakespeare. I mean, the problem with those is when you go too far to the low end, you start having usability problems. Like, you know, the fit and finish is just so bad that the equipment becomes hard to use. You know, like you can't throw it out without hardly getting a backlash or some mechanical issue or something like that. This is not, so far, I haven't had a single issue with it. I had 2 backlashes when I was setting the spool tension and stuff for the wind conditions, but other than that, since I got it dialed in pretty well and it was pretty quick to do, it took me 4 casts. It's flawless. You know, it's working. So there you go, my review of the Ozark Trail OTX combo from Walmart for 65 bucks. Absolutely recommended. Absolutely a good deal. So keep fishing, guys. Have a good weekend. I'll be at work, unfortunately, but I'll be looking forward to using this thing some more next week. Tight lines.